Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and this video is a little bit different because my other video that I was working on is 6 hours long, and I got lazy and only edited like a little bit of it, and then quit and then lost it. So that's that's great. All right. Anyways, okay. So this story is gonna be a little different. It's gonna be a story about when I was talking to my cousin. Was a story. This video. I mean, I only have one video, so I guess it's like new, but anyways, yeah. So a while ago, I was talking to my cousin on the way to work. This is also work stories, by the way. Anyway, so I was on the way to work, and I was talking to him, and I was like, man, I remember my first day I got my permit, and I remember right after I got it, my mom was like, you want to drive home? And I was like, yeah, I want to drive home. Why would I not, right? So I'm sitting there in the car, and I'm in the front seat, and I'm at this red light, and this guy pulls up, and he like starts revving his engine. I'm like, and I start revving mine, and I'm like, Mom, I think this guy wants to race. She's like, no, he doesn't. So I look at this guy, and he starts nodding his head, and I start looking at my mom, and I start nodding my head, and me and this guy make eye contact, and we start nodding our heads, and I look at my mom, and she's nodding her head no, and I'm nodding my head yes, and then I look back at the guy, and he starts nodding his head and revving his engine, and I start nodding my head and revving my engine, and the light turns green, and then we both just take off. So, and the reason why I told my cousin that story, it didn't happen like that at all. I just told my mom I wanted to race this guy, and she said no. I was like, okay, so, and then drove off. But basically, what my cousin told me a story about, basically the same thing happened, but it was just a little less dramatic. Except that, yeah. Anyways, they both just took off like regular when the light turned green. It was pretty funny. All right, so another story is when I was at Taco Bell working, right? I was a night shift. I work at Taco Bell, if you can't tell. And I was working a night shift, and I was like, man, I wish like some people would come over, and my friends would be like, yeah, what up, you know? And they told me to take out the trash. So I was like, all right, I'll take out the trash. You know, it's not that hard. And the day before, it snowed, and the ground was a little icy, and I was like, okay, you know, I just got to be careful. So grab my trash bags, go outside, and start taking them with trash. Keep in mind that there's 3 cars in the drive-thru, and I have to pass through drive-thru in order to go and take out the trash. So I go to take out the trash, right? I grab my trash bags, and then I go to walk in front of this car. And as I walk in front of this car, I see a puddle on the ground. And I usually step in this puddle because it's usually there. And I like to make noises with my feet. Anyways, so so I step on this quote-unquote puddle, and this puddle is iced over. So I step on this puddle, fall down to the ground. Thank God we double bagged trash bags because the trash didn't go anywhere. But I'm sitting there. I lay on the ground for a couple seconds. I take a deep breath. I get up, look around, act like nothing happened, threw the trash bag away, and I'm pretty sure somebody had their camera out. And at that time, I slipped on the ice again. No, I didn't actually slip on the ice again. I just jumped over it. But it was pretty funny because there were 3 cars that watched me, and it was embarrassing. And this one's recent, right? So I'm there in the drive-thru, and we start to take orders. And halfway through being in the drive-thru, our system stops working. And as our system stops working, we have to take cash only, unfortunately, for the rest of the night. I hope it's like that this night too, because we had a lot of people that drove off. Anyways, so when that happened, we had 3 different people that didn't get their meals because they just couldn't pay for it. They're like, all right, you know, like I'll just leave. And I was like, yes, dude, like they left. Like I don't have to stand outside the window for so long in the freezing cold. So I'm sitting there, and I look over, and they're like, we're just going to throw these away. And I was like, throw them away? Why? You made them. Like, don't waste that. Like, that's being wasteful. And they were like, well, you want it? I was like, yeah, except I don't want this one bag. So we just threw it away. We threw away the one bag that I didn't take. But I took 2 of the bags. And let me tell you, at night, when you come home after work, watching Netflix or YouTube or something and eating those, it's just, there's something about it. Anyways, so this guy comes up, or this girl comes up to the window, and I hear my friend on headset Dion. I hear him go, yeah, we're only accepting cash right now because our system's down. This lady's like, she didn't reply, right? So she's like, I'll have blah blah blah. She orders, comes up to the window, and I have to greet her, right? So I'm up there, and she gives me a card, and I'm like, I'm sorry, our system's down. Like, we are only accepting cash. She was like, well, it would have been nice if you told me at the window, right? And I was like, yeah, he must have forgot, even though I heard him. She was like, well, he said it, but it was like, and I was thinking in the back of my mind, like, then why didn't you ask what he said? Like, that was pretty important. Like, can you at least ask, like, what he said? But whatever. And then she drove off all ticked, and I was like, dude, she didn't even ask. Later on, a guy came up, and he was like, sorry, what was that? And then I was like, at least he asked. This guy, like, actually asked. Yeah, anyways. That was it for that night. Let's see. I have some pretty funny Taco Bell stories. Oh, yeah. I was in drive-thru the same night that our system was down, actually. I was in drive-thru, and this guy orders, and they sounded like they were on something on the drive-thru. You could hear it. And these people start to come back, and I'm like, are they backwards? And they come up to the window, and their car is backwards. Their headlights are where your backlights are supposed to be. So they backed in through the drive-thru, and I give this lady her cash, and she drops all of the change that I gave her. And she looks at me and starts pointing. She's like, I don't need it. And I was like, okay, well, she's on something. So I went back inside, and I was like, dude, this person's on something. Like, their car smells like something. Some kind of substance that is illegal was in that car or in them. So I give them their food, and the guy was like, should I back out? I was like, I looked down the driveway, and it literally, like, if he backs out, there's, like, no going back, dude. You have to, like back up into traffic, right? And I was like, do it. Why not? He does it. He made it. Ended up getting pulled over right in front of us. But it was hilarious, dude. He got pulled over. I'm not sure what happened after that, but man, it was funny. They're pretty disgusting, too. The bathrooms there are disgusting, not the people. The bathrooms there are pretty disgusting sometimes. The boys' bathroom especially. The girls' bathroom, the most disgusting thing is that they don't clean the mirror. Or if they do, it gets all smudged, and it's like, why did you try and clean this? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I'll be in the bathroom, like, cleaning the bathroom sometimes. I hardly ever do, but and sometimes, like, you have to clean, like, where the trash can is, because boys, like, pee all over the trash can. It's disgusting. It's horrible. I just can't. Anyways, so channel update for this. I'm going to try and upload, but I really don't know, like, what to upload unless it's funny moments. I mean, I can be funny in different games. There's a difference with being funny and making it funny, and I'm not trying to make it funny. I'm trying to be funny. And then I'm probably going to do some of this story time stuff, but I don't really know how it's going to work. I might make music, too. That just got a music editor thing, so hopefully that'll work in my favor. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and sorry, I don't know why I did that. Anyway, anyways, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, I guess. Yeah.